And welcome to another edition of the Smoking Den. I'm your host for this evening, Smoky Dan. And today I'm going to be reviewing an H. Upmann Black and Mild. I'm just kidding. It's a black and gold. It's in a Tubo. H. Upmann clearly, they even have a disclaimer on the back here. This cigar was packed in perfect condition for immediate smoking and will remain so until the tube is open. So if you don't have a humidor, take one of these to the golf course. I guess that's what H. Upmann is saying. But until I recommend it, don't do it. The price, as you can see, $6.99. It is, when it's unwrapped, a little over 5 inches long with a 42-inch ring gauge. It's a smallish Corona. A little foam action here. How much of that $6.99 is cigar and how much is packing? That's what I want to find out. I generally enjoy H. Upmann's. The whole thing comes off, and there was a second label in here that came off with it. So, wow! Just in case you forgot what you're about to smoke. It is Dominican made with a Maduro wrapper, Brazilian and Dominican filler, I believe, and I don't know, maybe an Indonesian wrapper or something. Not wrapper, binder, but that's not going to make or break the cigar now, is it? The wrapper, it looks rougher than it is, a little bit bumpy, a little bit veiny, whatever. I'm going to go for match number 2 here. First impression I'm getting is a lot of grassy flavors, and I tend to get this from young H. Upmann's. Definitely a grassy flavor, like it hasn't been aged long enough. Maybe it wasn't ready for smoking right out of the tube. It draws little bit tight. Not terrible, but I gotta put a little extra effort into the pull. Yeah, wow. Grass. Maybe they should have called it a black and green. Yeah, wow, one dimension on this thing. It's got a little bit of a pleasant finish to it, but hopefully it'll evolve as I keep smoking it. But obviously I've only smoked at most a half an inch here. So we'll be back to you in a couple seconds on your YouTube screen with the verdict on this, and keep my fingers crossed it gets better. And we're back for the verdict on this H. Upmann Black and Gold, and it's pretty average. It's definitely lulled from those grassy flavors. I was getting some sweet spice for the first half, and now still getting some sweet spice, but it's not super interesting. And I mean, it's not a bad cigar. It's not especially hateful. The end was unraveling a little bit. I had to relight it once. The ash is nice and it holds. It's nice silvery, but for $7 for a Corona, I think a lot of that money went into the glass. Either that or they just didn't age the cigar enough. This, I don't know if it would be a superstar with a couple of years, but with so many great cigars in the market, why bother? I'm going to give this one I'm going to give it a 4.5. Not really going to recommend it. If you really want an H. Upmann, if you love H. Upmanns, personally, I'd go for the cabinet selection or their vintage Cameroon. But they did not hit oil with the Black and Gold, and that's the verdict. Whatever you're smoking, keep smoking. We'll see you next time.